Today we have an ethno-musicologist with us who has deeply researched on Ustad Sahib's work. Let's talk to Irfan Ahmed. Irfan, welcome to our show.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Irfan, your notational thesis was on Ustad Amanat Ali Khan's work. What was it about?
It was about the notational work of the Ustad Amanat Ali Khan Sahib, and I worked on at least 20 minutes of his notation because it's a very difficult work to notate up some compositions of a legend. And I observed the compositions through the perspective of the gharanas, and I also observed that the different techniques they applied in their music and compositions.
So what was special about Patiala Gharana?
Patiala Gharana, the speciality of the Patiala Gharana is that they have a Punjab ang, and they also have nasal notations in their compositions. And the mostly Patiala Gharana are expert in Thumri, Gaiki, and later in Khayal, and also they sang the very importantly, the very unique form that is Ghazal.
Yeah. Ustad Asad started his career by singing at Thumri. So what was unique about his style of singing Thumri?
Ustad Sahib's Thumri is based on the compositions that follows not mostly on the beat, and they don't sing through the throat. They do variations and embellishments in their compositions by using their nasal notations. So I personally think that it's a very unique quality of Ustad Amanat Ali Khan Sahib.
And did his music inspire you to sing?
Yes, of course.
Do you want to sing something?
I love classical music, and I'm inspired by the legends, and Ustad Amanat Ali Khan Sahib is one of my favorite.
That was one of his famous songs.
Yes.
Can you sing that song for us?
Not much, but I can try.
Let's try.
इंशाज उठो अब कूच करो इस शहर में दिल को लगाना क्या इंशाज उठो अब कूच करो वहशी को सकून से क्या मतलब वहशी को सकून से क्या मतलब जोगी का नगर में ठिकाना क्या इंशाजी.
Beautiful. Have you met members of Patiala family?
Yes, basically I was in NCA, and my vocal teacher was from Patiala Gharana, and his name is Habib Khan Sahib from Ichra. So he was a Patiala Gharana member, and I learned from them Patiala Gharana because I learned from NCA and I'm a student with them.
Okay, so we hear a lot about Khayal Gaiki. What's that?
Khayal Gaiki, actually we have to see the history of the music over here, because if we see the Dhrupad Gaiki, later on, because it was a bandish, you have to sing the compositions through some boundaries, and you have to stick with them. When the evolution of the music in the process, and later on the Khayal Gaiki was come into the field, they started improvisation. A term is improvisation, and they started it. And in Khayal, the singer have some right to improvise the composition. I've done my graduations from NCA in 2014, and later, because there's a very mega event of the thesis display in NCA, so I did that, and I got some sort of a good response from there, because it was anti-thesis, not thesis. And later on, then I work in the field. I'm working on my studios as well, and I'm inspired from the classical music, and I actually wanted to make some extraordinary music for the people.
Okay, Irfan, you are currently working on the archive digitization project at Lokorsa.
Yes.
That's a beautiful way of preservation of tradition and then dissemination. Did you come across any clippings or recordings of Ustad Amanat Ali Khan Sahib?
I've seen too many clips of Ustad Amanat Ali Khan Sahib, and I would love to share over here that my experience in Lok Virsa, that was a very unique experience, and it was very motivated, and I learned too much from here.
Okay.
And as a musician, if I see myself over here, I've learned I was not much aware with the folk music, not much, because I was a student of classical music, and over here I learned too much about the folk traditions and other stuff of the Pakistani heritage, which is getting lost in time, and new generation is not attached with that.
Thank you so much for coming to our show, Irfan.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.